This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive. Once again, I'm your host, Preston Moore. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, TPSN Mascot Madness is currently going on. I want to give you a quick look, a quick update of some of that stuff. We are in the round of 32 officially for our TPSN Mascot Madness bracket. You can see the results from round 1 there and the teams that are currently in round 2. You can scan that QR code or visit tpsnsports.com or newschannel10.com/sports to vote on these round 2 matches. Taking a look at how some of the round 1 matches went. Looking right there, Amarillo High defeating Wildorado with 66% of the vote. Booker 61% over Clayton, and then Borger and McLean less than 1% difference between the two. We don't even know the decimal amount, but McLean won. And then moving on, Childress with the biggest win of round 1, 80% over Guyman. Canadian defeating Paladuro with 56%, Shamrock 57%, and then LaFours upsetting Caprock with 56% of that vote as well. So moving on a little bit, like I mentioned, we're still talking Mascot Madness. Hereford Whitefaces defeating the Holy Cross Mustangs in round 1. The Memphis Cyclones with 69% of the vote over Follett. Bushland defeating Valley 64%, and Clarendon defeating River Road with 55%. Moving on as well, West Texas Comanches with 77%. That's the second biggest win of the round. And then Silverton had 54% over Quanah. And then Sunray 61% over Groom. Wellington Skyrockets over the Swifts with 58% as well. Looking at now the rest of the bracket, the White Deer Bucks, 70% of the vote over Beaver. Bavina, 60% of the vote over Farwell. And then Happy Cowboys with an upset over Randall, 52%. And then Dimmitt defeating San Jacinto with 67%. Stratford Elks, they fell to the Miami Warriors with 55% of the vote. Pampa handedly defeating Highland Park, 68% there. Perryton over Texaco, and then Claude over Hooker as well. Moving on, this is the last portion of the round 1 results. Tucumcari defeating Portales with 55%. That was our New Mexico battle. Canyon over Wheeler, Paducah over Sanford Fritch, and West Plains over Dumas with 60% of the vote. The remainder, though, Spearman Lynx, 63%, and then a couple of close matchups here. Groover had 61%, but 2 51% wins. Cress and Dalhart over Tascosa, or Cress and Vega, rather, over Tascosa and Dalhart. So all of that, if you want to vote on the round 2 matches, though, that you see right here, you can go online and do that right now. Scan that QR code. I want to go through a couple of the current results. Now, these are closer matchups than what you just saw. Amarillo High is currently up on Booker, 64%. Panhandle is up over McLean with 56%. Canadian is defeating Childress with 54%. Shamrock is defeating LaFours with 58%. Hereford is over Memphis right now with 55%. Bushland is over Clarendon with 56%. West Texas is over Silverton with 54%. Wellington is leading Sunray, 57%. White Deer currently has the biggest lead, 72% of the vote for the Bucks over the Bavina Mustangs. Happy looks like they may be moving on, 64% over Dimmitt. Pampa is trailing right now against Miami in a close one. Miami has 53% of that vote. Perryton now is 62% over Claude's 38%. The Tucumcari Rattlers may fall in round 2. Canyon Eagles leading them with 54% of the vote. West Plains has 1% more over Paducah, 55% to 45%. And then Spearman with a big lead over Crest, 66% for the Lynx. And then the last match that you see is Groover versus Vega. Groover currently holds 54% of that vote. Like you see, you know, those are some close matchups with some of those, a lot of them, almost all of them, within 10% of each other, if not less than that. So this goes on until Sunday night at midnight. If you have not voted, please go on, scan that QR code, vote, make a free account. It's easy, won't cost you any money, but you may win a prize when it's all said and done. This will go on for the rest of the week till Sunday night at midnight is when this round ends, and the Sweet 16 will begin after that. If any of your teams that you just heard are trailing, now's the time to go and vote, because like we said, there's still a couple of days left in this challenge, in this round. The winner of this whole thing will eventually be announced on August 4th. So if you haven't voted, make sure you hop on tpsnsports.com or scan that QR code to vote in our Mascot Madness Challenge. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm excited to see who makes it to the Sweet 16. As for Sports Drive, we will be right back after this break.